let me tell you something. First of all, I'm supposed to move all by my freaking self all the way to freaking Hansung University Station, somewhere around there, for this new fucking job. Um, and some crazy guy decides to come on the freaking subway. And he's like this old ajashi wearing a freaking wife beater, stumbles on in flip flops, and he's probably like in his 60s or 70s, and he's drunk as fuck. He gets on the subway, starts cursing. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's just like blah 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 blah, and he like gets on the train, and then he starts yelling, and I can see in the reflection of the window thing, and he's looking at me. And then I start recognizing some words, and I start understanding what he's saying, and the English version of what he was saying was, hey, you bitch foreigner, get the fuck out of my country, blah, 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 you're a bitch, this and that, get the fuck out, go back to where you came from. And this is going on for, I don't know, probably, God, it seemed like, I don't know, probably 5 minutes. But, yeah, maybe it was 4 minutes, I don't know. It all, you know how things always seem like it's longer, but, so I'm just keeping my cool, and, like, people on the train are just looking at this guy like, wow, this guy's crazy, and kind of just shocked, like, wow, I don't know what to do. So I'm just ignoring him. Like, I'm thinking in my head, motherfucker, I understand what you're saying, but I just feel sorry for you because, first of all, you can call me a foreigner all you want, but, you know, inside I'm feeling like, I'm fucking half Korean, motherfucker, and I'm coming over here to freaking do what's my country, like a country that I feel that I want to give back to because it's part of me, and I'm here to do good, and here you are just being a fucking idiot, like just a drunk idiot. Anyways, so he's like, you know, running at the mouth, and he's looking straight at me, and I'm looking ahead and pretending like, you know, oh, I'm just a foreigner, I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. And then I see him, you know, he's sort of like, huh, you hear me, blah, 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 like, you know, he's instigating, he's egging it on, and mind you, he's like 4 to 5 feet away, but he's still shouting at me, and the whole train car is like looking in my direction, kind of like, oh no, like, what do we do, you know, it was a bunch of old people, and there was like a few young people who were just shocked, you know. And then, so finally, this Korean guy, bless him, came over, and I don't know, he's probably like in his late 30s or 40s, something like that. And he comes over and he says, you know, just like politely, like in Korean, hey, you know, why are you doing that? Or why are you acting like this? Or why are you know, screaming and yelling on this train car? And then the guy's yelling at him, and then he's saying, you know, you better stop, or I'm going to throw your ass out on the next stop. So the guy's like, oh, blah, 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 and he's saying all the curse words, and, like, of course, I understand, and I'm just, like, completely ignoring it. And, sure enough, the train comes to the next stop, and, the guy's just like, all right, I told you, and literally grabs this guy and throws him off of the train. And he's so drunk that he kind of trips and sort of falls like on the ground outside of the train stop. And this is like kind of almost during rush hour, so this is a full train. And I'm just kind of like smiling in my head, but the whole time I'm just like, oh my gosh, please don't, you know, I'll just play the foreigner today. Like, I'll just pretend that I have no idea what just happened or why this crazy guy just got thrown out. And these people that were going up the escalator they just stopped, and they were like, their eyes were so big, and they're looking at this guy. And it seemed like forever, because I don't know if maybe the guy that threw him out pressed some sort of alarm or security button on the train, because the train lingered for a lot longer. And, you know, the guy sort of stepped out, and he was like kind of waving down somebody and pointing at this guy. And then he was telling him, you know, you better stay there. Don't you even think about coming back on the train. And so this guy's on the ground and he's looking up at me and he looks at me like I'm the freaking devil. And he's just yelling at me like, "Oh, go back to your country, blah blah blah, you fucking foreigner, you bitch, this and that." And you know, I don't even know what to make of it at this point, but I'm just thinking in my head like, "Thanks, random stranger guy." And like I didn't know what to think. So they probably just thought I had no idea what happened the entire time, but the funny thing is like I totally knew what happened. And eh, it just made me sad that there's people like that. And I still love this country like it's my own because it's a part of me, and I'm just gonna continue to do my thing out here. But there's some really like crazy people out there everywhere you go, and it doesn't mean that that's who they are. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna let it bother me, and you know, it was kind of cool what that guy did, and I just kind of went on with my day, and I just had to vent about that right now because that was just like freaking ridiculous, and I don't even want to tell my parents, or like I don't want to tell my mom what happened because she'll be back in the States and like she'll probably freak out or be like, "Oh my gosh, like if I was there, like fill in the blank or something." So, but everything's okay, and I have some more stuff to rant about, which I will continue in another video today. But I may have to go on a run and get all my stress out for today because it was a long freaking day, and I left early this afternoon, and here I am back at my cousin's place at, I don't even know what time it is. It's almost 9. So that was my day. Well, that was the first part of my day. So to be continued.